Producers, listen up. Are you looking for a way to add extra character and body to your bass sounds? Tired of your bass just kinda sounding generic? Well, Canvas Audio has just the plugin for you. It's called Honeycomb Bass OD and it's 100% free. So, should you take the time to download it, or will it be a waste of your precious hard drive space? Well, this is not a sponsored video, so I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion on it. Let's see if it's the real deal. You ready? Let's get into it. And here is the plugin, ladies and gentlemen, Honeycomb Bass OD. And as we can see here, there's just a few parameters here on this plugin. So let's just quickly go over it. First, we have drive here, and this is of course how we're going to drive that saturation and distortion into your audio. Here we have blend. Blend is actually blending the dry signal with the processing of Honeycomb Bass OD, so you can kind of do a little bit of parallel processing here. From here we have low, which is of course we're adding some low frequencies. Mid, we're adding mid frequencies. Then we have our compressor here. You can just drive this up to compress your bass. From here we have highs. We can add some high end to our bass. Presence, we can add some more presence to our bass. One other thing here, we have our cab sim. So the cab simulator is going to add in an EQ curve that's going to essentially change the shape and the tone of your bass. So this is a really nice feature to experiment with as well. And then as we look at the very top here, we have oversampling, so we can turn on and off oversampling, of course input and output, and that's essentially it. Not too much to this plugin, you know, as we can expect from this kind of pedal style plugin. It's all about how it sounds and how it feels. Without further ado, I have a live bass guitar here. Had one of my session musicians do this for a previous track that I had. So we're just gonna play around with Honeycomb Bass OD and see what kind of sounds we get. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a listen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that was Honeycomb Bass OD by Canvas Audio. So what are my thoughts on this specific plugin? You know, one thing when I was playing around with it, it kind of gave me vibes reminding me of CLA Bass by Waves. That's a plugin that I like to use, especially on live bass guitars, to kind of give me that crunchy, that thick, sometimes a little bit vintage style of bass that I like to do, especially when I'm doing like hip hop and R&B, and I want the bass to almost feel like a bit of a sample, if that makes sense, but still give me body and cut, so it can cut through small speakers such as iPhones or laptops and things of that nature. So that's kind of what I like to do with these type of plugins. And honestly, I really feel like this is giving CLA Bass a run for its money. You know, I like the drive, I like how it sounded, especially when I turned on oversampling. That really smoothed everything out the way I liked it. The cab sim also gave me additional tonal options. These knobs here, it gives me the ability to really dial in on the type of sound that I'm looking for my specific production. And honestly, this is 100% free. CLA Bass is of course a paid plugin, and in my opinion, guys, this is a formidable opponent and is 100% free. So hey, sometimes the free plugins, sometimes they're just kind of whatever, but in this case, man, this has really impressed me. Honestly, I don't have any real critiques on this plugin, so let me know what you guys think. You can find a link to the plugin in the description or in the pinned comments. Go ahead and check it out and just let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. My name is Desmond A, and I'll be back with more great videos. Peace.
Desmond A.